Hi everybody, I hope you are doing well today. My name is Pamela. If you are just watching me for the very first time, today is the no mail day. I can't believe I didn't get any mail. I had packages galore coming, and today was not a day to receive any. But that's okay, because we're going to talk promo codes today, because today's a good day. Seems like once a week we have a day where promo codes are just amazing, or deals, or whatever. I pulled up my account here so I can kind of show you what kind of deals that I've already posted today. Are you guys ready? All right, let me get onto my post. I'm excited. Now, my day started off a little bit slow because Brielle woke up again, third day in a row at 4 o'clock in the morning and decided she was going to stay up. So, okay, so right here I have, I just have some code for headbands. Not really, I don't know. I didn't really check into those because I have so much right now. These lights, if you're into, it's really hard to see. Those lights right there are $7.99 if you're into lights. There's a code for that. I was really interrupted. I used my little thingy right here to take a picture a little while ago for my thumbnail, and it shuts off on me. So I don't remember where I was, but right here there's $21.99. I'm trying to tilt it so you can see it. It's a Nintendo system, and it has little games built into it. So we got that going on right now, and there's a code posted on there for that. This right here, this camera, super expensive. I've been looking for a camera lately. With a code, it is going to be $20.99. So, not sure if you're looking for that. I'm not going to go through all the codes. I'm going to try to look for some of the really good ones. $3.24 for what I think it's a 4-pack of socks. 75% off, so it's going to be $3.24 with these, and they're adult socks. I think it says if you're going to read this, bring me some coffee or bring me some wine. This right here is what blew me away. This isn't even a promo code needed. You pay $1.36, but I paid $1.71 altogether with tax for, you see that box right there of Airheads? There's 33 in the box. Look, you pay $1.71 altogether out the door if you subscribe and save. Now, if you don't know what subscribe and save is, it's where you can get a subscription. They'll send it to you and you can choose if you want it like every month, every 3 months, or every 6 months or something like that. I don't know. But I don't keep it. I usually get my product and then I'll cancel it right away. But if you subscribe and save, you save an additional 25% off. And I ended up getting these for $1.71 with tax. Yeah, for 33 of them. I was elated. I wanted to get more, but I'm like, no, we really don't get paid till Friday. My bank totally is hooking me up with these. I'm going to pay my bank back on Friday. But there's a cute little shark right here, and he is on sale for $4.73 plus tax. My son has that shark and absolutely loves it. And it's not one of those pain in the butt. Yeah, it does sing the like baby shark song, but if you like throw it and it lands, it shuts off. It doesn't turn on if you throw it, but it shuts off if you throw it. So you have to manually turn it on every time. It'll sing the song for a few seconds. But it's just something that my son got for his birthday last year and has loved it. This right here, oh my goodness, 90% off. It is normally $73.50. And you can get it for $7.35 right now. And it is a cleaner and sanitizer, portable, rechargeable, ozone CPAP cleaner disinfectant. So I don't know if anybody has any need for one of those cleaners, but that's just an amazing deal. I did throw this app on there just in case anybody's interested in doing some reviews for free products. There's all different kinds of sellers on there. You can even, I went on there and posted that I'm looking for a camera lens for my phone that you just clip onto it and it just makes the camera better. And I had a seller contact me and that they pay you back after it ships. So I will be doing that on Friday, getting myself a Camo lens for free. Because I've seen them for having promo codes and you get them for free, but they're scooped up so fast, like I didn't even stand a chance, and I was like on it. So there's a bunch of makeup right now that's posted. If you go over there, you can get a ton of makeup for $1 and $2, $1. I mean, you name it. There is a bunch of like really cheap makeup. I mean, this is like a bunch of stuff. If you go over on my site today, this is stuff that I posted this morning. $69.97 for this table and chair, glass table. I mean, the deals have been just amazing. $3.99 for this Hot Wheels thing if you have kids. Hot Wheels car thing. Yeah, it took me a little while to wake up, but after seeing some of these deals, I have to tell you, I woke up real quick. If you're looking to get started on doing videos, I know a couple of my subscribers really want to do it and don't know how to get started. Well, here you go. Look at this light right here. They're really easy to work. I have 2 of them. And you can get them really cheap right now. You can just set it on a table, which you normally have a table. And look how the price of that. $16.49. That's a pretty good deal. And it comes with a little remote. So the light bulbs were going pretty cheap, but I found them cheaper last night. So yeah, I mean, I got a can opener this morning, which I was super excited about. Look, those pads that I got the other day, I reposted those this morning, so you can go and get some freebies of pads. $5.39 for all of those. It comes with a little holder. That's a good deal for all of those. This, look, $4.43. That is with tax. That is what I paid for a can opener because I had a promo code, which I posted on there. And it's the cheapest I've seen it because I see promo codes for these all the time, and you're still paying like in the teens, like $12 or $13. This is the cheapest I've seen it. So if you need a can opener, you're going to want to hop over there today because they are going to get scooped up because you don't find can openers cheap. We have spent like $18 for like a KitchenAid. It was like a cute red one to go with our decor in our kitchen. We used it like 2 or 3 times and then it wouldn't even open our cans. I'm like, man, $18 can opener, like our our dollar store can opener worked better. I think it was like a Betty Crocker or something I got at the dollar store. That one worked better than the $18 one. But I needed one super bad because the one that we have is like now botching up our cans. So I got this one and I'm super excited about it because I really need one. Look, a Coach bag, a Coach little handbag with a little arm strap is on sale right now for $39.99. I mean, today has just been blowing my mind on different kinds of deals that there have been. I don't know if you have kids. Look at this little cute fold up little seat you can take camping or you can take anywhere. It is through the Warehouse. It's a Warehouse deal for $12. And it says with 20% extra discount at checkout. It's regularly $35. Just amazing. I woke up real quick getting into all these deals today. I got dresses on here for $10. I posted some 90% codes I got on here and found them like right away. There's some things on here that you don't even need a code because stuff is marked down and so cheap, although, you know, if it had a code with it, then it'd be even better. But I had to get on here, even though I didn't have any packages or anything like that to show you. I had to get on here and kind of brag about these discounts today because, and look at this, $13.90. It's for one of those light up lights. I haven't seen that cheap either. Oh look, for just a few cents less than the other ones, you can get that. But I mean, you might as well pay a few cents more and then get way more in a holder. Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe some of the deals that I've ran into today. I have been woken up with deals. Look, they have skivvies. $5.09 for 3 pairs. But if I'm not maybe it was. I was thinking maybe they didn't have my size, but now I'm thinking about it. I think I just didn't buy those because it was over $5 and my bank will charge me 30, like $34, $35 if they cover anything over $5. So I can't go. There's for a queen size down alternative comforter, 70% off. These cute little sweaters right here are $9.99. Super cute. Yeah, I can sit here and go through these all day long because there's just been, look, these earrings, $4.99 with a clip $2 off coupon. My gosh. $1.80 for these ones. Do they come with a, nope, cheap, no code. So these ones right now are on sale for $1.99. I can't do dangly earrings. Well, I can't do any regular earrings anyways because I'm at a zero. I was at a double zero, and then I ran out of earrings. Like, I was losing one earring because if I don't have the screw-on ones, if I just have the ones that just right in there, then I lose them. So I have to have the screw-on ones. And so that's what happened with most of my double zeros. I lost one of them. And so I had to shrink my ears. I did not wear earrings for a little while so that they would shrink a little bit. And now I'm at a zero. And now I can go on and find double zeros like all the time. And I don't want to stretch my earlobes back out. That season of my life is over. I did my ear stretching back in 2013. I was going through a period of my life when God was really just stretching me. I can tell you about that story. We're only at 10 minutes in and I don't have nothing else to do. So back in 2012, I was going through a season in my life. God had told me to quit my job. I was a single mom. I was working at Cracker Barrel. I had been there for 10 years. I love my job. I was a server. I was also working. Nope, I wasn't working there yet. So I had been working at Cracker Barrel for 10 years as a waitress, and I love my job, and I knew everything about everything. And I had seniority and everything like that. And so I didn't want to quit my job. And I was praying, and I felt like God was telling me to quit my job. And so I was like, God, if this is you, I really need you to give me a confirmation of 3. I need 3 witnesses. And so, because he will always confirm it. If you think God's telling you something, then you'll ask him to confirm it with 2 or 3 witnesses, and he will. And so the first witness, I don't remember what it was. I think it was something on TV, and somebody said, you need to quit your job. And I knew it was kind of like spoke to my heart. That was like, and I said, all right, Lord, I need one more witness. I'll be darned. I went to a church I had never been to before with a friend of mine, and it was the first time me being there. And the pastor outright, he's like, before I get started with the sermon, I got a message. There's somebody in here that God told you to quit your job. I am not kidding you. I went in the next day and put in a 4-week notice. So I quit my job, and this was like in like April, and I didn't know what he wanted me to do or what job he wanted me to get. I wasn't sure, but I just knew I was going to be faithful. I know it got to be, he paid every one of my bills. Like, he would just, blessings after blessings just would come my way. I remember around July 4th, I was like, Lord, I really want to go and visit my family for 4th of July, because we would get together up at my dad's house on the lake and just have a good time for 4th of July. But I didn't have any gas money, and he lived an hour away. And so I prayed, and I didn't say nothing to nobody. And the next thing you know, like on the 3rd of July, the 4th is the next day, my friend Kia comes over and says, get in your car and follow me, because God just told me to come over and fill your gas tank up. I'm like, oh my gosh, God, you were so good. And so after that, my a pastor friend of mine had called me and said, I really want you to pray about this, but I really feel like God wants you to come and move into my house of hope, which I was doing as a freebie job. I was doing some management with some of the women. They were opening a home for women to get on their feet and to just help with their relationship with Jesus, and just to grow stronger, and just to kind of help them to come in with their children if they needed to, and just get some rest, and be able to get on their feet and save their money. It was just a blessing. But she called me and asked me, to pray about moving in there. She felt like God wanted me to move in there. And I'm like, man, I don't want to leave my apartment. Like, I had the best landlord in the world. didn't want to leave my apartment, but I also knew like God was calling me to do something because he had me leave my job, and I can't live in an apartment and not pay rent. So I prayed about it and I asked God to confirm it. Well, anyways, he ended up confirming it because I had to move out of my house because I didn't have rent for the following month. And so it's cutting off on me again. I turned my remote off too. Anyways, I let the landlord know that had been rented to me for a long time. I let him know that I would be moving out. So I moved in there. And while I was in there, I had just had, when I lived in the house, I hope I wasn't managing it anymore because I lived in there. And with my kids, we had our own room and stuff. It was nice, but it turned out to be a little bit more like, there was like rules, and it ended up being a lot. Plus you're living with other women, and women can be catty, and these are other women who don't have a relationship with God. And so it was really stressful. I hope I didn't mess up my video because I'm not sure when the video was being cut me off. I had to go in and erase a bunch of stuff. But before I was like rudely interrupted. So I was living in that house, and girls can be really catty. It ended up being like one lady was like really in my business and stuff, and she was just being very mean. And so, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I had been told, the pastor had pulled me in the office and said, where are you at? What are you doing? Like, what do you think that God has for you next? Like, I said, I don't know. I just been praying about it. And she said, you can stay here as long as you want to. But what do you feel like? Because she knew that I heard from God. She knew that God spoke to me. And so she's like, what do you feel like God's saying about your move? Like, where God's going to send you next? And I said, I don't know, but I feel like I'm not going to have to look. I feel like he's going to bring something to me. And she's like, really? Like, that's awesome. Well, it was like 2 months later. She asked me this in like November, and like January, I went over to get my W-2s from that apartment, which I had moved out. And because they don't send your W-2s to a forward address. And so I went to go get those W-2s, and the man next door approached me and was like, hey, you see this house here? Which was next to him. See, I lived here, he lived here, and it was a house next to him, and it was like a 2-story, 2-unit house. And he said, where are you at? What are you doing? And I said, well, I'm living in this house. I really don't want to be there no more. I'm really ready to be out on my own with my kids again. And he's like, you want to like rent this house? Like, I just want it, and it needs a little bit of work, but if you help me, I'll let you rent it for free for a while. And I said, heck yeah. Well, I got in there and really started cleaning it up and stuff because he got it on an auction, needed a lot of work. So I went over there and started cleaning it up and stuff. Well, he ended up getting sick going into the hospital. So he called me and said, hey, I even did all the paperwork and sign in and everything to get this house. If you want to go ahead and contact the guy that I got it from, you can go ahead and buy this house. It was on auction for $6,500. It was a 2-unit, 2-story house, like apartment 1 and apartment 2. So I ended up going over there. I ended up getting that house. And I lived there, and the guy I was dating at the time, I dated him for 3 years. We fixed it up together, and I was owning it, and I didn't have to pay anything on it because I paid that off for $6,500. I said that right, $100, $6,500. So I was really blessed. So I was right what I was feeling, like God was going to bring something to me. I wouldn't have to go chase anything down, and that's exactly what happened. And so, yeah, God has been good. It's been very good. So I lose track and sometimes get on a little path. But that's just some of the things that God has really have done in my life. And, I got to the point where in my life I was a single mom. I didn't know what it's like to raise children with a father figure because Paige and Austin's dad was, in and out of the picture and struggled with drugs back after we had broken up. Back when I was pregnant with Paige, I found out he cheated on me and I left him. And he had gotten into drugs like right before we had broken up. And I didn't know it because I wasn't raised around drugs, just marijuana, which, a lot of people dabble. I can't say we all dabble in that, but, I smoked pot a time in my life back when I was a teenager. And so I really wanted, my only prayer left was that, God, would you bring somebody that loves me and loves my kids? And, I really want to be married and I want to have kids with a man that, is going to help me raise children. I want to know what that's like to have a spouse and raise children together. And that was my only prayer left, and God answered it. And I have a wonderful husband, and we clash sometimes because I'm more like, my feelings can get hurt sometimes because my husband is like a blunt person. Like, he's gonna give it to you straight. And sometimes he comes off like rough or hurtful in ways. He doesn't try to be, but he just he doesn't sugarcoat anything. And so where I'm more like, if I have something to tell you, I'm going to be as nice as possible because I don't want to hurt your feelings. And I try to treat people how I want to be treated. So I wouldn't want somebody coming at me on blast because it hurts my feelings because my husband will do it. And so, but my husband is good about apologizing. He doesn't mean to hurt my feelings. And if he does, he totally apologizes for it. He's a softie when it comes to me. Like, he's been gracious. The first year of our relationship was really super hard. I left for 6 weeks, and I almost didn't come back, but that is a testimony in itself. And if people are interested, I can share that testimony, but if nobody asks, I ain't gonna share it because it will be a video all by itself. But so anyways, I came back, and my husband had found Jesus while I was gone, and God transformed his life, and he came back. When I came back, he was just a totally different person. His views on just everything, like, I knew God had got a hold of his heart and was speaking to him, and I just knew it. And it was a prayer that I prayed all along, and God really does answer my prayers. Always has. Just always has. I went through a time in my life when I didn't have my kids for 2 years because their grandparents basically was just supposed to take them because I had a boyfriend that stole my money, and I couldn't pay rent, and I lost my house. And so their dad's mom, who I'd been close with their whole life, had said, the kids can come stay with me for a little while you look for a place, and when you get a place back, they'll just come back and live with you. And I'm like, all right, thanks for the help. Well, she ended up going and getting guardianship of my kids behind my back, and then took me to court and tried to say that I was such a horrible mom. I literally had to, I never had CPS, nothing like that involved. I literally had to prove to myself that I was a good mom. And in the same case, like, the grandpa had received a job of pastoring a church in New York, and they allowed my children to go to New York. Can you imagine losing your children to go to another state away, not knowing when you're going to see them again? It was devastating. They had their own, like, attorney for our court cases, and the secretary in that office heard what was going on and knew something wasn't right and called me in confidence and said, you need to go get an attorney because they're trying to take your kids out of state, and that's just not fair. So I jumped on and got an attorney right away, and I ended up having to prove my case. Long story short, through court cases and everything, that's when I developed my strong relationship with God, because you never know you need him until he's all you have. And so that's how I developed my real strong relationship with God. And in the end, I proved my love for my children to the point where their attorney, their guardianship attorney for my kids that were appointed over me, who was on their side in the beginning, at the end came over to my house and did house visits and chit-chatted with me and talked and said, we're recommended you get your children back. Do not ever allow them to go with them, because if they sneak your kids back to New York, then you may have to go to New York to try and get them back. So I proved, like, God opened the eyes of everybody around us to exactly what was going on there. Now I forgive and move on. My kids were really young then. I think 3 and 1 or something like that. So, or 4 and 2. I don't know. But anyways, they were really young. They came back to live with me in 2008. So it had been a while. But I can tell you, for the longest time, I wouldn't let them go anywhere overnight to their dad's house. Like, I really struggled with that too, because I didn't want my kids to leave my sight, because I was so worried that I would lose them again when I didn't do anything in the first place to lose my kids. So I was just worried if I didn't do anything to lose my kids then, it scared me to death to lose my kids again when I didn't do anything for the first time. So that being said, I'm still very protective. I think in my heart, that's why I struggle a little bit more with my daughter leaving. I think a part of me is like, what if I don't see her again? Because, you know, I went through some rough stuff. I cried and prayed. God took me through seasons of forgiveness. I had to learn to forgive and to move on. And it took me some years. I ain't gonna lie, no matter what strong relationship I had with God, I really struggled to forgive these people. But I can honestly say I forgive them. I can be in a room with them and I can chit chat with them and I can look them in the face and tell them that I forgive them and I have no hard feelings. Would I ever trust them again? Not a chance. Not a chance. But anyways, if you're just stumbling onto my video, you were learning a whole lot about me on the very first video. But I welcome you. And I welcome you to go onto my Facebook page and to check things out and to help yourself through whatever codes that you want or deals that you want. Feel free to share it. You can share my page, whatever. Share whatever deals that you want because I'm here to help. I'm here to help you and your family or help you. No matter if you're going to college and living on a budget or you're married and have 8 to 10 kids and you just need a little bit of extra help. That's what I'm here for. I have 2 kids. My husband is an electrician. So we make good money, but we have bills. So I'm here to help people who are like me or maybe even not like me. But we all want to save a little bit of money. So that's what I'm here to do. But I'm going to go share a little bit about my life. If you have any questions or want to know anything, feel free to ask. If you are not a subscriber yet and you'd like to hop along on my journey, I ask that you hit the little subscribe button. I think it's going to be over here. And you hit the bell notification so that you can find out when I post another video. I'd love to have you come along with us. But comment, like, subscribe, notifications. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day.